Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another SLG Meetup. It's been a minute and I love this. This is a great opportunity to bring you guys some of the most extraordinary and successful entrepreneurs in the luxury space. And today we're going to talk about luxury real estate. In fact, we're going to bring on a good friend of mine, Jason Peteler. He's a licensed real estate professional in California and Minnesota. He's part of the Revel real estate team as well as Keller Williams Integrity Lakes. And you probably have seen him, whether it's on Selling Sunset or he's also been featured on some amazing news such as Forbes, Wall Street Journal, LA Times, you name it. So he comes with a great background in marketing and has brought all of that into selling some of the most incredible properties, not just in Beverly Hills, but now as well in Minnesota. So excited to bring him on and to learn about what he's been up to lately.
There
Hello,
he
what's up,
is,
buddy? How are you?
the man himself. Good to see you, Jason. How are you?
Good to see you, man. Hold on, let me adjust my volume really quick. Okay, should be better.
Fantastic. I can hear you great. Amazing background. Where are
Oh,
you
you
at the
like it?
moment? Yes, looks
Matches
great.
matches the suit.
Wow, wait, hold on. I love that. That's pretty cool.
I had to put it on for you today, buddy. I know that you're all about the suits and the
There we go. There we go. I appreciate it. Well, you're in
yeah.
Minnesota at the time, right?
Yeah, I'm in Minnesota right now.
And how are things in Minnesota?
It's good. It's getting a little colder. So
Yes.
we're just prepping for that. I'm gonna raise this up a little bit so you can see a bit more of me. But yeah, it's been good. It's a new transition for myself and my wife, and we are looking forward to this next chapter of living here.
Because last time we were talking about, you've been killing it when it comes to real estate in Beverly Hills. You've been working on some of the most extraordinary deals, featuring Forbes, Wall Street Journal. Like everybody have seen some of your successes throughout your career. Now recently also featured on Selling Sunset. And you did this transition now where you're still working on Beverly Hills with the Revel real estate, but you're in Minnesota. How has that transition take place on your career?
So it's a lot of bouncing back and forth. I go from Minnesota to Los Angeles and kind of maintain things out there. I have a good group of people in both places that I work with when I'm either in Los Angeles or I'm in Minnesota, who kind of keep things up and running. And I'm in contact with my clients at least weekly. So it's been good. It's been a different change of pace, but it came time to kind of get out of LA and go back to Minnesota, start a family out here.
I love that, to start a family. And we're going to go more in depth into it because at the end of the day, real estate is the vehicle that allows us to fulfill our life, right? Which includes the relationships, building the family, the quality of life. And it's not just about making the money. However, I wanted to just back it up a minute. So for those that are not too familiar with who you are or that haven't seen you before, give us a little background about you, because what I found so extraordinary about you, that your background is in marketing. And when it comes to selling homes, the marketing expertise that you bring onto the table, it's phenomenal. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's my background is marketing. My degree is in marketing communications. I used to do a lot of very cool stuff with very big brands, and then found real estate accidentally. This is probably almost 10 years ago. I was the marketing director for a brokerage out in Los Angeles called Realty, and I just fell in love with the luxury space, the design aesthetic, the build process, the neighborhoods, the people. It was just something that really called out to me, and I thought marketing was my passion until I really found that being in an office wasn't for me. I'm very ADHD, so juggling a lot of things was kind of a realtor's day to day, and that really kind of stimulated me in regards to what I like, what I found myself wanting to do. So anyways, got licensed, worked with a guy named Ben Bacall, who I've now known for 9 years, and he kind of showed me the ropes into luxury, how to get started, and it's all been a amazing experience from there.
Hmm. No, I think that your career itself been what, a decade already in the real
Yeah,
estate
just
space?
about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. Now, I just want to get a little bit more in depth into some of the things that you see today, right? Because the marketing has evolved over the years. And right now, when it comes to marketing properties, what are some of the things that you've been adapting or implementing that is helping you position the house and yourself in the market as the leading?
So, I would definitely say making sure that you're a couple steps ahead of the competition in regards to marketing, but having fun, really. Like, there's so many people who copy and paste a lot of what they do, which is fine and it works, but to try new things, to figure out what demographics are doing, and not when I got started in the business, this is kind of how I developed was just finding how outdated things were, and things have picked up a lot since then. Real estate's now, I'd say, doing pretty well when it comes to being on the cutting edge of marketing. But at the time, it was just getting photos of the home and putting it on the MLS and maybe in like the LA Times or the local paper, and that was basically it. And I'm like, you're selling some of the most expensive, well, at least one of the most expensive products somebody's going to buy, and the only thing you're doing is, just uploading it onto the MLS or just putting in the paper. It seemed a little weird to me. So we ended up doing, drones. I think we were the first to do at least story-based videos in regards to, like, now everybody's doing where the models are walking into the pool, and kind of selling a lifestyle versus just the property itself. So yeah, just staying on the cutting edge, understanding, new social media platforms, what you can do to kind of create PR and generate interest into a lot of into new areas in real estate, and trying it out and seeing if it works.
Right, no, 100%. You always have to be trying new things and find the angle on how you can be that innovator, right? I always talk about not just jump into whatever new trend it is, but to bring the trend to what you are already doing. Like, be very clear on the path that you are going through, because you need to be consistent, and consistency will never happen if you're jumping from one thing to the other, but you can expedite the process towards being the best version of yourself by bringing things that might be new, that people are not used to. So having always that open mind is what can lead you to get higher results. But when it comes to the core of the business, like now you've been in Minnesota and building this network, how important has been for you the referrals, the back and forth, building all these different alliances with different teams?
Really, really important. Networking is a crucial part in all of this. I mean, whether it's getting new business from it or sending business somebody else's way, it's just being a connector is really, really important. I think in most businesses, especially real estate. So you know that. I mean, you're one of the best that I see do it. So
I appreciate it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tell
Yeah,
me, tell me something about the power of networking. Like, do you use social media for, showcasing everything that you're doing, but also to connect with people? Like, what's the best approach for you to build your network? Is it attending events, cold calling, sending an email, reaching out on social media?
So I don't do a lot of cold calling. I've never been a fan of it. Not that it doesn't work. It's just not for me. I hate it. I'd prefer to door knock if I'm doing anything kind of in regards to lead generation in that aspect. But what I really enjoy doing is just meeting new people at events, different places, on social media. Sure, I keep in touch via social media usually. So I'll meet a lot of people when I'm out, and keep in touch with them on Instagram or whatever it is. But it's usually Instagram, and have Instagram kind of be my resume of what I've done, and beautiful home pictures and past sales and very fun stuff, but also a bit more personal and not very real estate pitchy where it's, in your face. It's mostly just more about me, my family, my sales, what I'm passionate about, I portray on my Instagram, and kind of keep in touch with people, because you meet a lot of people, and I'm sure you do too, and you kind of forget you've met them maybe after a week or something. It could happen, and then you realize, oh, I had a really good conversation with that guy once I saw his story. Let's touch base. Let's see how he's doing, or they're doing, or whoever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of utilize Instagram as helping me follow up and just remind me that there's good people out there that I need to touch base with.
No, 100%. So in regards to creating that first impression, right? Because you want to make sure that people remember you. Is there anything that you usually do to stand out?
That's a good question. I listen. So I do a lot more listening than I do talking with a lot of people. When I'm first meeting them, I want to understand who I'm talking to. So having a good baseline for what they enjoy or what they like talking about will really drive a conversation to a good relationship, in my opinion.
You know, it's very interesting because a lot of people, they try to get off the bat by talking about all their things and trying to create that wow impression, when in reality, you're just, yes, in some cases you can connect with certain things that you say, but you're just pushing a little bit the person away. While if you're listening, the person might not remember you as much by listening, but you might be able to have one of the most powerful follow-ups. And that's where I think that you really completely solidify a relationship, by listening to the right information and then follow up based on that. And I think that's a genius strategy. Tell me a little bit about how you are able to transition from being working on marketing and selling some of the most wow properties in Beverly Hills to now in Minneapolis, like you're working with a different type of product. Like
Sure.
how do you transition to that? And what are some of the, I guess, assets or lessons learned or expertise that you're bringing from Beverly Hills into this new market?
That's a great question. So I haven't really started doing anything here. I've picked up a couple things along the way, but I'm mostly looking to kind of close out some of the business that I have in LA first before I, really put a marketing budget together and start doing things out here. But what can I see myself doing differently versus LA? I would do the same thing is what I would be doing differently out here. So in regards to very, very good photographers, videographers, storylines, making it more of a fun process for a seller or a buyer, and having that white glove service, that I've been giving my clients for forever, with a Beverly Hills background is probably what would set me apart. It's kind of what I've honed in on as.
You'll bring the bling bling magic touch, huh?
The fun,
Okay.
the storyline videos, things that people are doing out here, and
Yeah.
I've met some very powerful top agents out here, and I have nothing but good things to say about them, and they're doing some very, very cool stuff. So it's gonna be good competition. Let's just say that, and I'm excited about it. And there's enough business for everybody. So
100%. It's the abundance mindset. There is a lot for everybody. You just need to differentiate yourself, find yourself into that specific niche market that you want to focus on, and that's it. So, look, I appreciate you being here today. You're always with a smile. You have always that positivity, and I think that's contagious. So, keeping that good energy is what's going to create the magnet to receive more opportunities. So, just wanted to wrap it up by asking if there is anything that you're currently focusing on, or any last piece of advice that you would love to share.
Sure. So yeah, we're working on a very cool project in Brentwood in Los Angeles, and actually you met the owner. We were at the Bel Air Hotel when we had lunch. Remember Ori?
Yeah.
So Ori's got a very cool project coming up in Brentwood. I'll keep you posted when that one's done. So I'll be back in LA maybe mid-January to kind of get that going, which we're really excited about.
Ooh, nice.
Words of advice: find what you love to do and have fun doing it. That's what I would give you advice on.
Thank you again for your time. I really appreciate it. Keep crushing it. Super excited to see you in this new market, and ever If you're getting cold or something is going on, you can come to Miami. You're always welcome here. It's always
I'll
nice.
take you up on that, man. I'll take you up on that. Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's always great. And whenever we're in the same city next, let's get some lunch.
All right, sounds good.